Welcome, everyone, to the first episode of DE Cowboys Podcast. I'm C. I'm here with Chuckie P. Welcome. Let's Chuckie friends. Let's go. So we've been talking about doing this podcast for years now, and we're a little bit unique to Cowboys. Well, I won't say unique because Cowboys fans are everywhere, But the podcast is DE for Delaware. We're out in the first state. Celebrating the Cowboys, and what first thing to talk about? Why are we Cowboys fans? I know why I am. Why are you?
I'm a Cowboys fan. Two reasons.
Mm-hmm.
My uncle, your father, was a Cowboys fan, big Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
But also just growing up in Eagles territory, just don't have any love for the hometown, so-called hometown.
I don't think people understand how it is. Like they hear the perceptions online and stuff of Eagles fans and stuff like that. If you're not living in it, you don't really understand it. And yes, my dad, his uncle, raised us to be. That's one of our biggest memories we take away from him of being a Cowboys fan. We grew up when they were going to the Super Bowl, so we were wearing.
They were winning.
We were wearing the do-rag shoulder pads on Super Bowl Sunday. It was amazing, and
we thought stuck with me.
Yeah, we thought it was going to be like that for the rest of our lives, and then we get older, and it wasn't. Unfortunately, I passed it down to my kids, and he chucked it out. Exactly. Well. So it's a struggle. So they can't say we're fair weather fans because we've been in the thick of it for a long time, and to be in the thick of it with Eagles territory, it's rough.
Yeah, it is rough.
It's rough. Going to games. So if you don't have the Sunday ticket and you're going to games at a local bar, stuff like that. My one memory of not going to a bar, but I actually went to an Eagles game. And it was rough, but that's the game. I went to many games with my mom when I was younger, but there's two memories from going to Eagles game. The first one, when I was younger, is when Michael Irvin got hurt on the field, and they cheered for it. The Eagles fans, they cheered for her. And then the second memory when I was an adult, and the first time I went back as an adult, and that's the game that Dez Bryant went off.
Oh yeah,
and they said the things he said about Dez Bryant was
that was the 3 touchdown.
That's the 3 touchdown game, and the things they said about him. That's the game he got in an argument with Mike Jenkins. Yep, Michael Jenkins, from Ohio State, and it was rough, the stuff they were saying, but I enjoyed the experience. Leaving was a challenge, but getting in there is also a little bit of a challenge, but it was a good time.
That was a great game to go to.
Yeah, they were 2 good games to go to. So this is going to be that's a little background about us and us being from Delaware and celebrating the Cowboys in basically the enemy's territory. We're going to have a weekly podcast to give our reflections on the current state of the Cowboys, which we'll give today, and the reflections after the game. So you'll be seeing us weekly. Next week we won't have one because the game won't be until the following week, but that following week you can expect us to come every week with the DE Cowboys podcast. And I told Chuckie before, I was like, let's just save our emotions. Usually we'll text and be like, what are they doing? Can you believe this? And then I was like, let's just save it for the podcast. So current state right now of the Cowboys. What do we think is going to happen with the Micah contract?
Well, me personally, then I'll get your thoughts after what I say. But I think personally they're going to get a deal done. I'm not sure if it's going to be week 1. It could be like Dak last year, a week 1 thing. But I definitely think within the first 2 or 3 games of the season, I think it'll get done.
I think I agree. And I think this is more of I hate to say it, a Jerry thing, where he wants to build up Because I feel like the terms are out there. Like, he knows what he's going to get paid and stuff. Like, I think that's out there. It's more build up for Jerry to have that spotlight. I can just see it happening before the Thursday night game. Oh, contract done for Michael Parsons. The biggest contract ever is done. I'm just like, come on, guys. Come on. Like, and it sucks because I wish he was, because we talk about this all the time where you don't have that training camp, you go into the season and it has an effect on you. Yeah. It's not just like you don't have to do training camp. That players need to get hit. You know, you have to experience that, you know, even if you've been playing all those years and stuff like that, you still have to experience, because I feel like that's how, when Dez went through it, well, let me think, Dez, Dak, and everyone, Zeke was another thing. Yeah. But once they got the hold down the contract, I feel like their season wasn't up to par what it could have been. Yeah. Something happened, either injury or they were just lackluster. You know who didn't, though? CD.
CD Lamb was definitely
he didn't have a down one, which I hope is the same for Micah, that he doesn't have a down one like CD. He had the little hold in that they're doing currently and still was able to produce the way he did. And I think he's still going to produce. What do you think about CD and George Pickens? How's that going to work?
I think it's going to work out great. I think that they're a perfect complement to each other. I think CD's a good run after the catch guy, and I think Pickens is a good. I don't want to call him a possession guy. I don't want to, put him. I don't want to, because I've seen him make some runs after the catch. So I'm not going to stick him in the possession guy category, but he's more of a. He's going to make the spectacular catch. He's going to make. He's going to make some wild catches.
Can we compare it? I hate to say this, but is he a better Michael Gallup? Or they're on different levels, you think?
That's an interesting comparison. That's an interesting comparison.
Yeah. Let me not say he's Michael Gallup, because you know why? Because Michael Gallup, I feel like, was more possession and he'll make those big catches. I think Pickens still does have a little bit right after the catch that we haven't witnessed as of yet, based on his situations in Pittsburgh and stuff like that. I think that he can have that run after a catch. I don't know how you're going to cover that. Whoever's the third man, and this is a question that I can follow up to that, whoever's the third man has to eat.
Yes.
They have to eat. Yes. There's no way, because there's so much attention to CD, and that's the only thing that gives me a little bit of hope for this season, and we'll go into that later, is CD and the Pickens combination. Because that third guy, which right now I guess is marked as Jalen Tolbert, but not the biggest fan, but I don't know who else you can pit in there besides Tolbert, except Turpin. But is Turpin going to get you? He's like one weapon where he can run. Is he going to be able to do those things that he's not a Cole Beasley? If we had a Cole Beasley right now,
Turpin's like a package type of number 3. He's not really he's like down after down type of guy. So I agree with you. The down after down guy would be Jalen Tolbert, and not a flashy player. No. But hopefully he can bring some consistency.
Yeah. I was surprised when they said he led touchdowns last year.
I was surprised too.
I was so surprised. I was like, what was CD doing? I felt like he scored every game. Yeah, I was like, how did he lead the touchdown? I was
surprised too. It was only like 7 or something like that.
But you know what? If we had somebody like a Cole Beasley, I would be a lot more comfortable. And the reason why I'm not as comfortable is because Jalen Tolbert is a little bit more up and down. But if he can hit his stride in his third year, or is it his fourth year? Is it his fourth or third?
Yeah, it's a contract year.
Oh, so it's fourth year. So if he can hit a stride, that would be good. He really didn't do that much in preseason. I didn't really hear about him too much in training camp. But if he can hit a stride where he can just be steady Eddie, that's all I need him to do. I just need him to be steady Eddie. Now, the biggest glaring hole, the next question I have for you, the running back situation. I feel like we've been playing this game since we had Zeke. I feel like they got burned with Zeke, which they really didn't.
No.
They didn't get burned. I feel like we overused him a little.
He produced, and, the contract situation was a little, but he got, he got what he needed to get. And
he was worth the top 5.
Yeah, he was worth it. And, he's not, unfortunately, he's not on the team right now. But I think both parties made out well.
Yeah. Who's starting for running back?
Who's starting or who I think should be starting?
All right, let's go answer both. Okay, I'll tell you who I think is, and you tell me who's starting and who you would want to start.
Okay, so it looks like Javonte Williams is going to be the starter.
Yes, we agree.
After watching the preseason game on Friday night,
he didn't play.
Yeah, he didn't play. But watching Jaden Blue, it was impressive. He wasn't just an outside runner, did some running on the inside. Be able to get through tight areas and very impressive. Very impressive. That's who I would want to start, but I know that as a rookie, that's probably too much. But maybe later on in the season, because if we have that passing game and they have to cover deep and he has any kind of room,
it's a wrap. It's a wrap. We're also Ohio State fans, and that was the biggest issue on that playoff game was Jaden Blue. I didn't even really know who he was. I was worried about Matthew Golden and Isaiah Bond, and he's the one that helped them to even make it close.
Yeah, he was making the plays. So
he was one of those wheel routes. Like Nathan Ransom couldn't cover him on that.
Yeah, we couldn't.
And I was like, and Jeff Cavanaugh, who covers the Cowboys, said, he said that earlier in the draft process was like, let's draft Jaden Blue. I was like, I don't think they're going to draft Jaden Blue. I was like, I don't think they're...
I was surprised.
I was like, I don't think they're going to draft him. I thought we were going to definitely draft Trevin Henderson. I thought we were going to draft him. And he looks fantasy football people. If we play fantasy, that's one pick. But don't watch us. They would be like, why are you not picking running back? I'll pick him a little bit later. But yeah, he looks really good. But I think Jaden Blue can definitely, hopefully, by mid-season, take on the form. What do you think of Phil Maffa?
I like Phil Maffa.
I think them two as a combination could be a good future.
I think Phil Maffa has a spot on the team. I like Phil Maffa.
Yeah, I think them two in the future. I don't want to play around too much with Miles Sanders.
No, me neither.
I don't want to play that game.
Me neither.
And I feel like they're going to play that game. I don't want to play it. I just want to be like, all right, if Williams has to come and start it, which I'm not a huge fan of, he's not doing anything wrong. It's just not. I feel like they looked at Williams' film from 2 years ago before he had his injury. They were like, he can still do it. I think Sean Payton called him up because they're buddies.
Yes.
And they were like, I got a treat for you. And Jerry loves Sean Payton. Mm-hmm. So he took that and was like, all right. And he's running with that advice, but I don't think he's going to be bad. He'll be serviceable. But if you have that impact running back, and we saw that for so many years with Zeke, like it can wear down that defense that you need, like because you need the running back for second halves of seasons.
Yes, because
you only can pass it so much, and everybody gets caught up in the glitz and glam of like the Chiefs and what they do and stuff. But that's why Isaiah Pacheco went so hard when they weren't their Super Bowl run because they realized that when that second half comes, that defense is wore down from all the games they played, that you need that ground and pound runner to be able to get success.
Physical runner.
Yeah, so we'll see. Now, let's flip to the other side of the ball. The defense.
Oh.
The defense. We already know the big issue with Mike not being there, but do you have any hope? Any hope for let's just talk about the DTs, because that's the biggest.
The DTs.
The defensive tackles.
It's rough there. It's rough there. It's like kind of like running back. I think we might be in a little better shape at running back than we are at DT.
Agreed.
That's not saying much. But yeah, it's rough. Of course. Odighizuwa, he's gonna be a starter. So he just got paid, so he should be a steady force. But that one technique, we still got Mozzie Smith and some late round picks.
What do you think they're going to do? So I get what you say with Oziggy, because he's steady Eddie, but he's more of a pass rushing.
Yes.
Do you think they're running Solomon Thomas and Oziggy as their starters for DT?
That's a good question. Because
I feel like the organization, no matter what they say, they don't trust Mozzie.
No.
I don't feel like they trust Mozzie. I feel like that's a big regret they had in that draft. And unfortunately, it seems like a confidence issue with Mozzie.
It does.
It doesn't seem like a ability issue. It seems like more of a confidence issue. Like when he messes up, he's like, and then it just trickles down to the rest of his game. But I think they'll give him spots. Do you think he'll get cut? Do you think it's a surprise cut?
It could be. It could be a surprise cut. I just want to say something about what you said. The confidence thing, and I agree. He just looks slow off the ball. He just looks slow, and like you said, I feel like that's a confident. I don't know.
Yeah, man. If he could be a surprise cut, that'd be worrisome. Yeah, I feel like there's going to be something to happen in the next couple of days that we're either going to address it or we're just going to roll with it. And if I'm talking from Stephen Jones' perspective, we're going to roll with it because that's feasible to roll with it, and not try to get an outside source and give up assets. But if we're looking for a perspective on, we need to get a body in here that could actually produce, then they're going to do something. I think so. I really like our linebackers. Yeah. I like our What do you think of Kenneth Murray? I haven't seen him at all.
I haven't.
And they have not played him at all.
I haven't seen him at all.
He didn't play any preseason.
Yeah, I think. Did he have the kid or was he injured?
He had the kid.
He had the kid.
And then he was injured, had the kid.
Okay, it's both.
Then, yes.
So yeah, they haven't played him. I guess he's starting. I like
Sandberg.
I like Sanborn.
Yeah, Sanborn. Yep,
I like the 3rd round pick from a year ago.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how to say his name.
Leofau.
His name.
Leofau. Yeah, we go Leofau. Yeah.
Of course, overshown whenever he comes back, and Shamar James is showing a little something.
And it's so crazy because in the draft, they're like no instincts or nothing like that, and he comes in, and he's balling.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully we stole one. Hopefully we stole one.
And what about, I want to ask you about Damone Clark. You think it's a resurgence under Eberflus for Damone Clark?
They say that. They've been saying that. I haven't seen it. They've been saying that. What about corner?
Oh, that's rough. That's what they were running back and DT.
I think it's so. We have to list them. All right. So it's corner, running back, DT. List their biggest concern to least.
Biggest concern. Probably DT because we haven't been able to stop the run for years traditionally. So DT, I'm going to put that at the top. Cornerback, I would say that I think with running back, sometimes you could just find a guy off the street. Yeah, be able to help you corner. I mean, everybody's on the mend over there. Now they're saying Trayvon might be ready to play. I'm kind of concerned that
I know because he just did it during the season.
Yeah, he did it during the season.
Yeah.
To your point, these guys need camp.
Yeah.
And I just don't. These players haven't done well coming back off an injury for them, like you made the point earlier.
Do you think they thought Revel would be ready?
Yes.
I think they thought.
Yes, I think they were counting on him being ready.
I think they were counting on that, and then he had a setback.
Yeah, I think.
And they're not saying it publicly, but he had a setback. That one play, that video clip that's circulating. And they were like, "Oh, look, he's out here." That was worrisome.
Yeah, that was
worrisome.
I think they wanted him to be ready for camp.
Like he doesn't trust it yet.
No, you could definitely see he's favoring it.
Yeah, he doesn't trust it yet. And he tore his before the season.
Before the season.
Before, the season last year.
So oh wow.
So that
is concerning.
No wonder he fell. But my list. So your DT corner. Running back, and I agree, running back, that could be the last. But I'm corner, DT, and running back. And the only reason I'm corner is because I feel like they're pushing Diggs. Because all the hype, I feel like Diggs listens to the media a lot. I feel like they were all Kamir Elam. I haven't heard any much about him after the beginning of camp. And Bland is so quiet.
Yeah.
He is so quiet. Yeah. He worries me. When those long routes come, he worries me to death.
Yeah.
I can do the stop. He could anything short of those corners, but once it's a long route, it doesn't seem like he has that makeup speed. And that's why he got all the picks before, because he was anticipating those short routes. Now it's just like, I don't know. So corner is my biggest worry. That's my biggest worry on the defensive side. But so, what do you think Dak's going to do this year?
That's a great question. And I didn't realize I seen a graphic the other day because I was saying that I thought he needed to play in the preseason. But yes, I didn't realize 100%. He hasn't played in the preseason since 2019.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's crazy.
Like, he's coming off an injury, hasn't played in almost a year.
Yeah.
And I just feel like that even if it's not, game speed and stuff, I just think that the routine thing's a big part of it. Like getting ready to go to the stadium, being in front of the fans and stuff like that. Doing that, going through that routine one time before you do it for real, I feel like that's important.
Yeah, and I'm a football junkie, so I'm watching all the preseasons. And when I see Joe Burrow out there,
yes,
and he's actually out there. Now, he's out there for like longer than this one series. I'm like,
Patrick Mahomes out there? You see Patrick Mahomes out
there? What are we doing? I love Dak. I have a fond for Dak. Because I thought when we first saw him when he was a rookie, he came out, I said, oh, we got Tom. I called him that. I called him Baby Tom. I was like, oh, we got Tom Brady. He fell. He completely different player. Tom, if I watched those team up North Michigan games, he wasn't the same. And I was like, we stole one. But then that leg injury that happened set him back years. Unfortunately set him back years because he stopped trusting his leg and he went more focused on being a quarterback, which is fine. But that needs to feel the game. Like he has to be out there and get hit. That's how he is, He can throw it with the best of them. He's underrated in that. I know people say, well, he really can't throw that. No, he can throw it. He can definitely spin it. But when that leg situation happened, it's something in his mind. Because I feel like he plays sometimes to protect himself a little bit too much, But hopefully he just lets it rip, this year. And that's my hope, that he just lets it rip. And now that he has Pickens and CD and hopefully Jake Ferguson stays healthy, we can... I wish we had another tight end.
I wish we did.
I did, because Schoonmaker... I wish we had another tight end. But let's see what Schoon can do, hopefully. So, to end our first episode, we're going to give our prediction of this season. Vegas has us as 8.5 wins. So do you think we go over or under?
They got us right there. They got us right there. Because I was, in a 16-game season, I would say 8-8.
Yeah.
I would say that 8-8. But now with the 17 games, I haven't really looked at the schedule, know where they plan to say we're 9, we're 8 or 9 wins. But I think they're about 8 or 9 wins. And if I gotta, go over under that, I'll probably say they'll probably have 9.
9. Yeah. So you're going 9-7.
Yeah.
9. No.
Well, 9-8. 9-8.
9-8.
Yes.
If you knew me, which you guys will get to know me, I have a problem. He tells me this all the time. He said, man, you got you believe. I have a problem. I'm going to the 7.
That's not far.
Yeah, I'm going to, you know what? It's going to be, because they're only paying attention to us because of Michael Parsons right now. If we can just get a little bit of D, because I feel like the O is going to be decent. We get a little bit of D. I feel like the Eagles are going to be the Eagles, but not as like they were last year. Yeah, they're not going to be as they were last year. Nobody's really talking about that because they've seen the success that they had. But you only can push so much. So I feel like Washington is to be feared. Well, not feared, to be respected. Because Jaden Daniels seems to be not taking a step back. He played preseason. And
I think the Giants, man. I think that they're. Even before the preseason, I thought that they were a dangerous team. Just with the pass rushers that they had.
They stacked them up.
Their secondary is talented.
Yeah.
They're more talent in the secondary. So defensively, I think that the Giants they're a force. Offensively, if they can get it together, they could be a problem.
Yeah. So I don't think we win the division. I feel like the Redskins and, like you said, the Giants are sleepers. I don't know. I don't think the Eagles win the division. I could be biased.
They haven't. No one has repeated in how many years?
Exactly. So I don't think they win the division. But I think we're going to be 10-7 and we'll be a wild card. I feel like we'll be 10-7 and be a wild card. And anything happens there, I don't like to say, 10-7, we're going to the Super Bowl. I just like 10-7.
I think that would be a great year for them.
Yeah.
If they can get to 10-7, I think that.
Because I really don't think we're showing anything in preseason at all.
Oh, I hope not.
I don't think we showed anything, and I'm hopeful from the little clips that I saw. Well, a lot of clips I saw, but they don't really show the whole scheme and everything. But the motion and everything, I feel like that's going to change up the way this team is going to run. So I that's my hope that I have, is that we go 10-7. So I'm going over. You're going over 2 by 1 game.
2 by 1 game.
Yeah. So, and Vegas does knows us. But what do you think? Predictions. We're going to end it with, we predicted the season. Now we're going to predict the game next week. Not next week, the following week. What do you think? Do we win against the Eagles or lose in the first Thursday night game?
Initially, I thought that we would win, and then after watching them in the preseason, I thought we would lose. Mm-hmm. But now I'm back on. I think we're going to win.
Yeah.
I just think that I'm not even going to go, matchup wise. I'm just going to say that, 2 teams that know each other well. Swept us last year.
Mm-hmm.
Dak plays great against NFC East opponents. First week of the season, they'll be up and they'll be ready for it. So I think that they'll win. Will they dominate? But will they be able to? I think they'll be able to win.
I agree. And we sound so biased right now. Yeah. But I feel like it's going to be a really good game. It's going to be like a very close, really good game. But the combination of Super Bowl hangover and Dak playing good against NFC East, and the Cowboys have something to prove because they listen to the media. I know people say, we don't really listen. I know they listen. I think that they're going to be out there to prove something. Caveat. Michael Parsons doesn't play. I don't know.
I'm going to say, one spot on the team that I think that is underrated that's kind of deep is defensive end.
They are, but Michael Parsons is.
He's Micah, man. There's no replacing him. He's a special talent, and I definitely, like you said, I could take that caveat if he's not playing. That's
a good one, though. Let's say that they're deeper there because they are sneaky deep in defensive end.
Yeah. I think that the receivers and the pass rush are going to be key if they want to have a good season this year.
Yeah. But we will see. So we'll talk to you guys. Like I said, not next week, but after the game, the following week. I hope I get you to come back right after that game, and we can go ahead and tell you how it was. We'll talk to you guys next time, and see you from the first state, DE. Out.